potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, it I done there every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Spieth at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see
Here we
in
go.
the mirror.
Play 'em.
Break our spirit.
The Dallas Cowboys at home.
Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
There's the ball.
He'll return it from the 6. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawks football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
No. I'll be back. 1 second. I can't really control that. I don't know why I can't share anybody else's ones. But
the fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
So, partner, you know, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
Now Wilson on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Let's go with the pass.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They go play action with Wilson. He can run for it, and he will.
Oh my, that's what Wilson was saying.
The 30-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
What's an option play? Triple option.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I've actually never ran a play.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Is someone listening or watching?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Finding some room at midfield. He's at the 40, 20, 10.
Beast mode.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Oh no.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense.
That was insane.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Wilson.
No.
This will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on
first
the
up, we didn't even lead him.
Leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take him the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I don't know, because they're only at 83 overall.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
I really don't know how a small dude destroyed me, Brennan.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that
Come on, Wilson.
Incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21.
Come on.
Call that a punt of
it's so hard.
Yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage.
I'm not on the special teams team.
Understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays.
Jet drive.
Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And Dixon over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Run this as a pump door.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we
I didn't feel like playing as the Bengals.
Now we've got that artificial surface.
Like
you see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
What? He literally just walked right past it. I don't know why I chose Seattle, because I like the color of jerseys.
Holding on to the football, becoming... The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure... if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
Yeah, I'll play for it, Brennan. And I'll do it to,
2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You want me to play on mobile or
looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to face a third down.
Okay, PS4.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. The Cowboys signal.
That's 4th and 1. They punt it.
The Seahawks offense
whoops,
now get set to go back to
auto
work.
sims
They're
it.
down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk?
Yeah,
when a game is
that's what I was thinking of doing, and then I can play my.
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half.
With the control, I have a controller for that, and we can just use that.
Because there's a reason you're down, but overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. I'll play my mobile. Yeah, I just have to. I'll get my controller. But I have to update, so.
Stick with it on 1st down.
Okay. I'm gonna.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Yeah, I'll just plug in my headset.
Low, creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Yeah, I'll update Fortnite, Brennan. And then...
Wilson now to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he's getting the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back.
Okay, now I can play.
With these dirty, gritty,
mobile.
1s, 3rd and 2s. That's
Wait.
why you drafted.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Why? I didn't even mean to hit anything. I went and accidentally rubbed my controller. I'll try to trick someone.
Midfield now. Here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanilla. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And on the ground they go with the running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll run it here.
Hey, Truck.
Score! Touchdown, Seattle! A great play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks
No, that wasn't
just
a
an
truck,
extra
really.
point away from time. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax.
No, you couldn't truck him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
That much beef up front.
40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now, and this defense is really...
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Oh.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A good move on the carry.
My lineman.
Down just inside the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Oh, my.
And this one's going to go the wrong way.
Well, here's our first loss.
42. He lost 2. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing
Yep,
to
we lost.
avoid
You
what
can't
happened
actually
on the
win this
last drive,
game.
punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah.
No, Maria, I'm just going to let this clock play out.
Now a handoff looking right. Spinning past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Right back to him on first down. Whoosh. Still going. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite.
Dang it, let me just score.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Kind of pointless,
from the
but
36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Now a and this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And that one results in 35 yards.
let's go. Come on, at least one more score.
They'll try and run for it on first.
Before the game ends, yes. At least we cut this close. That's what I hate about not playing defense.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never
I don't get to kick, Elliot.
No matter who you're playing, no matter.
Remember, I'm playing one player.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Dallas, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on...
Oh yeah, I lost. Alright, Brandon, I'm gonna go end the stream now.